The first event of the BeamNG Monster Jam Series 5th season heads international as the 14 drivers to kick off the season are here in Brisbane, Australia. It's sure to be one wild event just like what we saw in Sydney last season, and we'll see which of these 14 drivers can claim the first event win of the 5th season of BeamNG Monster Jam here on JRTV next from Australia.
It's about that time, so put it up, let's get it on. Made it this far, time to show the world who's number one. Number one, pull it up to the line, let's do it. Let's do it. Anything in my way, I'm running through it. I watch the lights and my hands are sweaty. I hear the people screaming, so you better get ready. Yeah, cause when it drops, I'ma take the shot, rock the spot, make it hot. Cause it's about that time. It's about that. It's about that. It's been a long time. It's about that time. It's about that. Cause it's about that. It's been a long time. It's about that time. It's about that time. It's been a long time. Yeah, it's about that time. It's about that. It's about that time. It's been a long time.
The 5th season of the BeamNG Monster Jam Series kicks off with an international event here in Brisbane, Australia at the Queensland Sports and Athletics Centre. I'm Jordan Cascalante, me in the booth. It is Trey Burrow. Trey, it's great to be back here for BeamNG Monster Jam action with 42 drivers across all these events. But the one thing that's different from the past seasons, Trey, they're not locked into any specific division.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how this all plays out. But Joe, I'm just as excited as anyone else to watch these guys back at what they do best.
It's gonna be great to see that these 14 trucks that are competing here today, they're probably not competing against the same drivers next week. So it'll be fun to see how it all shapes out over the course of the season. We'll go take a look at the 14 trucks to freestyle here in Brisbane, Australia. Starting out today will be Sarah Kirchner in the Black Pearl. Then we have Aaron Abel in Monster Mutt Dalmatian and Marshall Burrow in Alien Invasion.
Hey, we have Zachary Duello in Crack, and Nathan Stapleton is in Monster Mutt, and Keegan Thompson in Northern Nightmare.
Then we have Noah Clifton, one of the Aussies in Jurassic Attack, Laura Chung back we got Dragonoid, and William Seaman in Blue Thunder.
In Monster Energy, it's Brendan Souderland. Mohawk Warrior has Chris Jericho, and Zachary Fitzwater Sr.'s in Big Kahuna.
Then the final two, Anthony Hernandez, Max D, and Justin Zydel, last season's champion in Gravedigger. So here we go, Trey. Exciting to kick off the 5th season, and the first driver out across any of the drivers is Sarah Kirchner in the Black Pearl. Her first ever season as well behind the wheel of one of these monster trucks. We'll see what she can do in these 90 seconds for her first ever freestyle.
Did they add more flags this season?
Well, let's see. We got the 3 pirate. I think it's the same amount, but it's always always jarring seeing all the flags on the back of that truck.
Oh my! But Joe, it's finally great to be back.
Yes, it is. We've been a little bit, but here we are, and it's kind of crazy to be back, Trey. We're not even in the United States to kick off. I mean, these drivers right here, they're kicking off the season internationally. I think we put maybe the biggest event in the regular season as the first one out.
Yeah, it's the ticket was expensive, but they're definitely making it worth it.
Yes, they are. Sarah Kirchner so far going big for the fans here in Australia in Brisbane. She's kicking into some donuts here around the midpoint in that Black Pearl truck. So far doing a pretty good job getting through the run. Nice little skywheel right there over the pod section into a wheelie into the crush cars. Sarah Kirchner going out for her first ever freestyle run and doing a really good job in that Black Pearl monster truck.
Yeah, I mean, for the first run out, and especially after the, I guess you can consider it the offseason, nice way dragging it across the track right now.
This is a Mason's turn. I thought she was going for the backflip there, but thought better of it, I guess. And now airing it out once again over that pod obstacle and carrying it to another wheelie moving by the jammer. So into the final 10 seconds straight. It's been a solid run, but she wants to set the bar pretty high. She needs a wow factor, some cross-thread moves right there with now 5 seconds left in the run. And a nice wheelie, and it's go!
Well, Joe, was that the wow factor?
I think that's the big moment that she was looking for, and Trey, it came right at 0. So if you're going to do some risky move, that's the time to do it. Sarah Kirchner knew it, and that's exactly when she made it work, and it's going to be a pretty decent score you have to think to kick off.
Yeah, you would have to. I mean, look at the air right here, Joe. This hurts right here.
Ooh.
Oh, that's right on the front end of the truck. That's no wheels whatsoever.
Yeah, that was all chassis absorbing that. There's no springs or wheels or anything absorbing that. It was right into the chassis, and the driver will see what the 3 judges give Sarah Kirchner. It's a 7.5, an 8, and a 7, a 22.5 to kick off freestyle for the first event of Season 5 here in Australia. A pretty decent score for Sarah Kirchner early on, but Aaron Abel in the Monster Mutt Dalmatian knows how to win these events. Last season was one of the best in what was then the red division. But now as he comes out in this Monster Mutt Dalmatian, he can kick off his 90 seconds in his first run of 4 in this season in a big way.
Nice air off the racing lane there. Going to get a little bit of a slap. Really going to drag the tail across the track, Joe. Walking the dog.
Yeah, I was about to say that is walking the dog at its finest. Aaron Abel putting that Monster Mutt Dalmatian right on the back legs, I guess you could say right there. So he gets nice air. And once again, another wheelie walking the dog on the other end of the stadium floor.
Nothing wrong with a little bit of exercise, is there?
No, there is not. Aaron Abel, you know, as mentioned, Trey, won a few events last season, was one of the best in that red division, almost won the division championship last season, lost out to what was his teammate, William Seaman, in the Monster Mutt. So you have to think that Aaron Abel, he has some momentum and has some confidence on his side because he's in the same truck as he was last season, and, you know, maybe he's used to it, could get some more event wins.
I mean, yeah, you got it right. He knows how the truck's going to act. Look at the air right now. Holy, double it up.
Nice.
And he's good.
That was a good combination move, but as he throws into some donuts right here, you have to think with these drivers this season, since there's 42 of them competing in a points, you know, kind of a point system against each other, could be a little bit harder to get to the World Finals because you have to beat everyone and not just the people in your division.
Oh, Joe, the single ramp.
Oh!
No, I told you, Joe, it's starting early this season.
A wheel is broken off, but for Aaron Abel, he doesn't care. He's still going in the Dalmatian, but with 5 seconds left, there's not much more he can do, and that's going to be all he can do right there.
Joe, it's starting early.
It is the single.
I don't like that.
Single jump and broken wheels, Trey. That's 2 of your least favorite things in the world of Monster Jam.
It's just, it's going to be a long season, isn't it?
I guess so, but Aaron Abel, that's a pretty good parking spot, but definitely not how he wanted to end this run out. As you'll see right here on this replay, this is where it went awry, Trey. And I mean, as you saw it happen live, you knew that this was going to be pretty bad as it landed down here.
Oh, you could never go towards a single jump with a wheelie or anything that isn't normal because that happens right there.
He did a really good job, though, keeping that truck in bounds and not flipping over, and able to at least get one final move out and fill the 90 seconds. It's not going to be the best score. As you can see right there, it's a 19 for the Monster Mutt Dalmatian, but a pretty decent run for Aaron Abel in his first event of the season. And now next out, Marshall Burrow back in the BeamNG Monster Jam Series, one of those journeymen now behind the wheel of Alien Invasion. We'll see what Burrow can do here in this truck. The first time he's been in this Alien Invasion truck, and starting out his 90 seconds in a unique way and trying to find a way to wow the crowd here in Australia. I think last season when we came to Australia, this truck was in the Sydney event, but unfortunately only lasted about 2 hits. I think Burrow's already made more hits than this truck had last season in Australia.
Yeah, that's I don't know if that's a good thing to say.
I don't know either. As Burrow, he put it down before the single jump trick. He knew what he was doing right there.
He thought about it. He definitely thought about it.
Yes, he did. Some nice donuts right there as he nears 40 seconds into this run. Now going to the crushed cars, getting over them nicely, carrying into a wheelie into the pod.
Whoa!
Oh
my goodness!
Can he save it? Oh!
And they broke the truck, so I'm pretty sure they shut him off, but what a ride!
Yeah, that was, we had mentioned with Sarah Kirchner's run, do your crazy moment maybe towards the end if it's going to be a high risk, maybe low reward, but right here, Burrow did it around the midpoint, and look at that truck launch into the air. It was like a UFO.
That's pretty fitting, isn't it? But, I mean, the air was crazy. He probably could have saved it, but you could see something swinging there in the front end of the truck, and they were pretty stringent about it last season, so it looks like they're keeping up with it again here.
Yeah, officials definitely like safety as the #1 priority, but unfortunately for Marshall Burrow, it's going to be a low score, 11, the lowest of the few trucks that have gone out so far here in Australia. So now we'll see, we talk about safety, and last season this man was anything but safe on the track. It's Zachary Duello in the track, and last season in that Titan truck he had some crazy moments all throughout and ended up maybe jeopardizing the fans at a few points during the season. But here he's now in the Kraken truck. We'll see what Duello can do. This is one of the fan favorite trucks, and look at the air right there! Oh! Oh my gosh!
He turned it into sushi.
Yes, he did. The squid is off of the truck, but for Duello, he's still going in the Kraken.
I was gonna ask if it's always been blue, but you can't really see it anymore.
No, it was green, but they've turned it blue this season. Oh, on the front, you can see right there. I don't know if it's hanging or if it's just swinging right there. Maybe it's a little bit loose, but it looks like a tie rod could be in jeopardy up there.
I'll be curious to see if the officials can see it or not, and if they'll shut him down for it. It definitely does see something swinging there, so we'll have to see how long he can last. He might as well take it while he can.
Well, Trey, top pink. I don't know how they could miss it, but either they're thinking it's not going to be too bad of an issue right here because it's not necessarily hanging down, and maybe they just think it's loose rather than off, as Duello is still going crazy, and upside down he goes.
I was gonna say he's really trying to break more of that truck, but there he goes.
Yeah, there it goes, and he leaves about a dozen seconds on the clock, and you have to look back to that really crazy move. I think it was just his second or third hit right here, Trey, and this was definitely the wow factor of the run. And if he could have filled out the 90 seconds, maybe could have had a shot at Sarah Kirchner in the Black Pro, but I just don't think he's going to because he left some time on the clock.
Oh, that truck. I don't know how that thing didn't go over.
He's lucky.
I mean, it was almost vertical. Like it was over vertical
Yeah.
with the ground.
It was past vertical, and somehow Zachary Duello kept that thing onto its four tires, and this was what ended the run out. He had gone crazy throughout the 90 seconds, and unfortunately right here with about 12 seconds left, ends it early upside down for Zachary Duello in the Kraken. Once again, a solid run, and that big move early on should score him and net him some points, even though he will lose some points for not filling the entirety of the 90 seconds. The scores are coming down from the three judges. We'll see them right now. 6 across the board. It's going to be an 18, 3-4 so far, but still Sarah Kirchner on top in the Black Pearl. And now here's a man, Trey, who he's not with Team Gravedigger this season, but Nathan Stapleton in the Monster, kind of an affiliate to Team Gravedigger, and we know this truck can have some success. Seaman took it to a division championship last season. We'll see what Stapleton can do. Remember, he came third in the World Finals last season, just getting beat by his teammate, and then Hernandez in the Max D as well.
I think he'll walk in like a dog as well.
Well, he's going to the jammer for the first of the 90 seconds, so maybe right here a little bit of a walk, but he couldn't go too far, Trey, because there's an obstacle right in front of him.
Joe, look at the ears.
You love those ears, and there he goes off of the racing lane sideways, and somehow controlled the truck and got over that single jump without any issues. Nathan Stapleton, no stranger to success, though, as mentioned, one of the Team Gravedigger drivers last season, got an event win or two last season and nearly won his division championship. Then, as mentioned, nearly won the World Finals. So Nathan Stapleton, this is a great pickup for that Monster Butt team, and should see some success in this truck this season.
You would definitely have to think so, right? But only time's going to be able to tow, and I know he's ready to step up to the occasion here.
Wow.
That was a weird angle. Not done yet.
Nice
save. I think it's the first save of the. Is that the first save of the event?
It's pretty close. I mean, Sarah Kirchner's front flip, I don't know if you necessarily called a save. Right here, we know this is the first back flip of the event.
Oh, it didn't turn out the best, but it worked.
It worked, so he will score some points there. Now with 20 seconds left, could Nathan Stapleton be the first one to challenge Sarah Kirchner here today as the Monster Butt going crazy with Stapleton behind the wheel?
He's doing a nice job of calming the truck down and getting it on all fours. He gave it a little bit of a wall tap there. He's going to continue. 5 seconds left on the clock. What else does he have under sleeve?
Wow. What?
He's not done, Joe.
Another save.
He's not done yet. Is he done now?
I think he has to be done now.
And the body's off the truck.
Yeah.
That didn't last very long.
Well, Trey, if this is any indicator of how this season is going to go for Nathan Stapleton, he's taken the Charlie Palkin route of, even though he's not in a Team Gravedigger truck, he's driving like he's in a Team Gravedigger truck.
They were affiliates at one point, weren't they?
I assume they're affiliates this season too, but, you think about Gravedigger and sometimes you go to a different truck and you might not feel the same, energy in it, but obviously Nathan Stapleton doesn't need to think twice. And Trey, could this possibly challenge Sarah Kirchner? He has to be at a 22.5, and those saves and that backflip could put him over the top.
Oh, I definitely think it could take the lead here, but we'll have to see how the judges are feeling with this run. As you can see, what ends his. Well, I mean, it can't even say ends his run because the time was already out. Just
Yeah,
what ended the truck from continuing on.
yeah, he ended his run before he flipped it. He just did that for the fans, and Nathan Simpson always wanted to try and wow the crowd as best as he can. We'll see what the three judges give that Monster Mutt truck, and it's going to be enough. Averages out to a 24. Nathan Simpson now into the hot seat here in Australia. Well, that went a lot better than the last time he was here in Australia, where he broke off the whole rear end of his Gravedigger truck. As now we have Keegan Thompson out in the Northern Nightmare trade. This is a driver who needs to get his mojo back. He's been with this truck, every single season. He's the first ever World Finals champion, but since the second season trade, the past 2 seasons have been miserable. He hasn't made it to the World Finals. Could this season be the season where he gets back to Las Vegas to have a shot for a World Finals championship?
With moves like that, he definitely has a good chance at it. But yeah, I mean, I was going to say he had the first season. And then after that, really, he's just kind of been another guy in the field. He hasn't been really a standout guy. I mean, it might hurt to hear that, but it's just the truth.
Yeah, the first season he won 2 events, won his division, then went out and won the World Finals. The next season wasn't bad by any means. Those were some nice donuts right there. Got 1 event win, but kind of blended in with the pack. And then last season and the season prior to that, didn't even make it to the big show in Las Vegas. So Keegan Thompson, he knows he can be successful in this truck. And I think part of the reason I had asked him before this season, how do you feel about it? He said, I'm going back to when I used to try and at least get to the final 30 seconds before going crazy, rather than go crazy from the start. He thinks that's hurt him the past few seasons.
Well, Joe, we're in the final 30
Whoa!
seconds. It looks like he's keeping up with it. Is he going to save it? He does.
What a save, and now with Thompson into the final 10 seconds, he can unleash here in the Northern Nightmare truck.
It looks like he's definitely doing whatever he can to flip it, but it doesn't want to yet. He's got 3 seconds left. He's going to be able to hit one more thing. That looked like that was it.
Oh!
On 2 wheels. County Wampus it in.
Oh my gosh!
He parked it. Not anymore.
How much momentum was in that truck for it to come back onto the wheels without him doing anything there?
I'm surprised he didn't go over the wall.
Yeah, it was looking like it for a little bit right there, but this was really the start, Trey, where everything started to ramp up. This amazing move off of the MX Hill.
I don't know how that worked out in his favor. I really don't know how physics decided to help him out there.
Well, he's had such bad luck the past few seasons. It's about time something went this man's way.
That is true. He's about due, but right here, I mean, how does that not go farther? And
Wow.
Good thing it hit with the tires and not the back of the chassis.
Well, we'll have to see what the judges give Keegan Thompson. Remember, the score to beat is a 24. I just don't know if he had enough throughout the entire run. Those last 20 or so seconds would definitely hurt, but it's just not enough at a 21. Keegan Thompson will slide into 3rd place right now in the Northern Nightmare. And now next out, the first of the 2 Aussies in the field here today. It's Noah Clifton, the Jurassic Attack, and the last time this man was in Australia, he destroyed that Jurassic Attack truck. We'll see if he does just the same or if it's just a little bit calmer here this season.
Did you just say that?
Yeah.
A little calmer?
Yeah, I mean, well, here he is amping the fans up, Trey. He's getting ready.
Don't beach the truck.
I hope he
don't
get stuck.
Don't beach it. That's pretty close.
He's good.
It's pretty close.
Well, he set up for something big, it looks like, to start those 90 seconds. He's going to give the hometown crowd something to cheer about.
Oh, hold your breath, Joe.
Here he goes! Wow!
Oh my goodness!
Landed on all 4s. Yeah, that was good on Noah Clifton. He knew what he was doing right there.
I was a little nervous.
I was a little bit nervous too, but think about this man last season. If there's a guy who's going to be oh no!
Oh, get it out! Oh no, the truck did not want to.
He's still trying though. Look at this! Oh no!
Oh.
And I was just about to say, if there's one man who's going to be confident about making it to the World Finals this season, it would be him because he scored the most points last season. But this is the complete opposite of how you need to start your season out if you want that to happen.
No, the truck just did not bounce in his favor at all. I mean, it flipped 4 or 5 ways and it still didn't work.
Yeah, he was on the gas all throughout that. And, I mean, by the end of it, the truck probably just gave up.
That motor's probably toast.
Yep. And it's going to be a long flight home for Noah Clifton to the United States for the next events. As we take a look, the score is not too much. It's a 6.5. Clifton obviously devastated after that run in the Jurassic Attack. So it was a disappointing run for Clifton, but now Laura Chung out in the back on Dragonoid, and another driver like Keegan, who just needs to try and find a way to get her mojo back in this Bakugan truck. We know she can have success in it. We'll see if she can finally try and translate it onto the track. Last season was not the Laura Chung type of freestyle that we were used to seeing. We'll see if Chung can possibly make it better this season and maybe try and start with the win.
I mean, we know she can put out some stellar freestyles, right? I mean, honestly, there's probably some that can be argued for freestyle of the season at points, but like you said, she just kind of lost the mojo, and at some point, it's got to come back.
Think about the first season when she was in the Black Pro truck, now piloted by Sarah Kirchner, where she did a backflip on 3 wheels, right? That's never happened since then. So she knows what she's doing by the wheel of these monster trucks, and it looks like she's set up for a backflip. Remember, we've only had one other one, another.
No!
That was another under rotation.
Yeah, it might be. We're gonna put it on the way it's built.
Maybe so. I mean, if it happens again, we start to see a trend, and then we know it's definitely the way it's built. As Laura Chung is onto 2 wheels.
Oh no!
And she sidewalled it. What a save, Laura Chung. Now it's 20 seconds left, and definitely have to think the confidence is back.
Oh, look at the air. Oh, not the air. I meant the air on the wheelie.
She's going crazy. Final 12 seconds, Trey. Maybe she can challenge Nathan Stapleton here if she can end it out.
Whoa.
Oh!
What?
What a hit! Oh!
Is that a cartwheel?
Yeah, that was a cartwheel.
How did the wheel break off?
I honestly don't know that, but Trey, all that matters is that she filled the clock out, and who knows, maybe she could challenge Nathan Stapleton in the Monster Mutt.
I mean, here's the backflip again. Like you said, under rotation, and it's backflips are such a technical move. I mean, they might not seem like it. Almost seems like you just put the gas into the wall and hope for the best, but sometimes you got to finesse the throttle. And then Joe, this is the save right after the backflip.
Yep, the sidewalls right here. She was. Ooh, I think that front wheel was more digging into the ground rather than helping at first, and she's lucky it caught some grip, or else that thing would have probably been over right there. But then she ends out these final 7 or so seconds in a crazy way. First of all, the wheel just snaps off. It wasn't even the same one that dug into the dirt. I was thinking it might have been, but right here, as you mentioned, she cartwheels this truck end over end and then snaps the front again.
Looks like a gymnastic move.
It does, but the judges are putting their scores in. She has to beat a 24 to get into the hot seat, and the scores will do it. 8, 9, and 7.5. Laura Chung's into the hot seat with a 24.5 here in the Bakugan Dragonoid. Well, Trey, we have a new leader. It's Laura Chung on top, but now, past 2 seasons, he's won a division championship. William Seaman out in the Blue Thunder. Oh! Wow.
Right? You were saying?
Well, he, I guess that's how he's won those division championships, right? Because he takes some risks whenever he's behind the wheel of a truck.
Yeah, I don't know if he meant to do that.
I don't
know if he was trying to pitch the truck just to get on the down ramp, and he kind of underestimated it.
Yeah, I miscalculated a little bit, but the interesting part about William Seaman's success in this BeamNG Monster Jam series as of late, 2 seasons ago when he won his division championship, he was in the Hot Wheels truck. Last season, he was in the Monster Mutt. Now he's in the Blue Thunder. He's just trying to be successful with all the trucks in the field, it seems like.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's comfortable at one spot, which isn't about. Is that something hanging off the back of the truck?
Oh, well, now there's a lot more issues than
I guess that doesn't matter anymore, does it?
No, it does not.
That was a hard landing on that dirt.
Yeah, that was brutal. That's packed dirt because it's obviously an obstacle, and yeah,
what is that thing?
I guess that's one of the straps.
I was gonna say, is that a strap there? But then, I mean, he broke something on the front of the truck after that hit. You could see swinging there, but yeah, what an ending!
Yeah, that was not what William Seaman wanted to do for sure, and it's gonna be one of the lower scores of the afternoon. As you can see right there, the judges can only give a 12.5. Left a lot of time on the clock. William Seaman will be behind in week 1. Now just a few trucks left, and this man, another driver who's been kind of venturing on to different trucks as of late. Think about how he made his name in Mel Militia, went to Son of a Digger last season. Now with the Monster Energy Camp, it's Brennan Souderland trying to get back to the World Finals and try and get that elusive World Finals Championship trophy.
You know what this man does in his off seasons, Joe?
It goes crazy.
He's a rapper. Did you know that?
Oh, okay. So
yeah, he's a rapper.
We had
Didn't know that either.
We have a Monster Jam rapper. Does he ever rap about Monster Jam?
Honestly, I think he should. If he doesn't, I think we should have a pre-concert event with this man.
Yeah, I think we should. I mean, honestly, he can try.
Whoa! Baby! We'll have a
Oh!
concert if he does stuff. That's broke.
That is broke. Oh my gosh! But if nothing's hanging, they will let him go, and he's going into some donuts right here. He may know it's already broke.
I was gonna say, can't tell if something's hanging if you can't see it, right?
Yep, that's true. Kick up some dust and let me go away. I think it's fine in the Monster Energy.
He just can't turn.
No, oh!
That works.
Yeah, that does work. Reverse moves are always...
Did he lose steering in both the rear tires?
Yeah, it's hard to see because of how it's really flailing. I think he has steer in that left tire. Now the right one, I think, is toast.
I don't think he cares, though, Joe.
Well, this is Brennan Souderland we're talking about, right? This man...
Oh, no!
Wow!
The tire held on.
This man only knows one thing, and it's how... Just go hard and hope it works out. He's going for a backflip. Whoa!
Oh, he's still trying.
Well...
Oh, he balanced it.
He balanced it. He parked it just on the sidewalls of the tires, and with how that last move went, he may be a rapper in the offseason. He might be a break dancer too, with how that truck was moving around like that.
Does that count as a save?
I don't think so.
I mean, this is where the wheel broke.
Snapped, yeah.
And then
he drives off.
I mean,
nothing's hanging, so he can keep going.
They're right here. Is it another symptom of under rotation? Does it count as under rotation?
I think he just... I don't even think it... He didn't hit it right, so I don't know if you can necessarily blame it on the ramp, but... I mean, he just tried...
This thing's... That's stiff right there. I mean... That just stuck.
Yeah, it did not budge an inch from when it went onto those sidewalls. We'll see what the judges give. Obviously, perseverance throughout the run will get some points. It's a 20.5 for Brennan Souderland. Pretty decent score in that Monster Energy. Now just 4 trucks remain, maybe 4 of the biggest drivers in the BeamNG Monster Jam Series. 2 seasons ago, this man won a World Finals Championship. It's Chris Jericho, the Mohawk Warrior. Last season, he won the Last Chance event to get to the World Finals. Trey, what is something he's still missing in his resume but a regular season event win?
Isn't that weird to say?
It is weird to say he's won 2 of the biggest events of the season, but still has not yet won a normal event in the season.
He chose the hard way to do it, and he's made it work. Maybe take an easy way for once?
Yeah, maybe win an event. You can see right here, he's doing some donuts for the fans in Australia and trying to get the crowd into it. But we know Chris Jericho, he can go big in this Mohawk Warrior truck. We'll see if he can do it this season. Onto 2 wheels, into the... Oh! He stuffed it in, somehow saved it, and he's still going.
I'm surprised the truck held together.
I don't think it did. Look at the front end.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Look at that. He's flying the windshield and the hood off, but yeah, you're right, Joe. He broke the front end of the truck. I think you can tell now. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, how did he save that?
Luck?
I guess so. But yeah, what Brennan had broken on the rear, he has broken on the front to where it's affecting the steering of one wheel, and it's going to make it harder. But the good thing for him is that he has rear steer completely working for him.
I don't know if I'd rather have a rear steer or a front steer, in all honesty.
Well, you think the rear steer really helps a lot more than the front steer does, so I think for Jericho, it is working out. He is still flinging this truck around. He's into the out of bounds.
No, they're going to...
Oh, what?
I mean, he saved it.
Yeah, but he's in the out of bounds. He might be done now.
What did he hit there? Is that a light?
It's that's where the pyrotechnics would be for the flames.
Oh, he might have broken it. Those are heavy trucks.
Yes, they are. And we're lucky he didn't break it and it didn't start like shooting flames or something.
That is true. I mean, watch this right here.
Oh!
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of force going into that. Something has to break to accommodate for it, and he's lucky it broke probably the best thing it could have broken in that.
Yeah, I mean, he could have easily lost wheel, especially right here, too. Watch this. Right there.
Yeah, he got lucky at a lot of times throughout this run.
He did the same thing to both of the front tires.
It's amazing. It's amazing what these trucks can go through. And then right here, as you mentioned, he's out of bounds.
He's going to cost the event some money
there. He may
there.
have missed that.
Did he?
I mean, if he hit it, he barely hit it. I think he was in the air over it.
Well, maybe he doesn't have to pay any money after all.
Maybe not. We'll see what the judges give. It's going to be a solid 22 for Chris Jericho. So even with the broken part, it sets him into 4th place with now just 3 trucks left. All right, Trey, here is where the price of admission comes into play with Zachary Fitzwater Sr. flying out in the Big Kahuna, his 2nd ever event in Australia. He's the 3rd to last truck out, looking to set a big score for the final 2 trucks to have to beat.
Well, we saw how the other Australians freestyle went.
Hopefully it's a lot better than that one. He's airing it out just like Clifton did.
Yeah, but we know how Fitzwater is.
Oh, he will. That truck will be exploded before, it's finally over.
How long did the party perk stay? Oh, well.
Not too long, Trey.
Never mind.
I think it went over the dumpsters.
Did it? Oh, well, I hope it didn't go that far.
It couldn't have, but so Fitzwater, we know the man can be crazy at times, and he has his good friend Anthony Hernandez as one of the last trucks to go out, and definitely wants to set the bar high so that if Hernandez has to win this event, he has to go through Fitzwater rather than someone else like, Laura Chung.
Yeah, definitely. And Fitzwater's one of the more vocal ones, we should say. And no matter what happens after a freestyle, he's mad at something or someone.
Oh, no!
Oh, he might be mad at himself here.
Oh, can he save it? No!
He might be mad at himself here.
Oh, he's going to be mad.
Oh, he's going to be mad.
And he leaves about 30 seconds on the clock, so Trey, that's not going to be anywhere near the top of the field.
That might be not even middle of the field.
No, not at all, and this is what ended it right here. This jump has done a lot of people in here today.
Oh, and just no bounce that really helped him out here.
He had one little shot right here. The wheel is barely on the ground. If he could have gotten it into reverse, but there's just such a little window right there, I don't know if anyone could have done that.
Yeah, he's probably waiting to see where the truck's going to bounce before he even puts it into gear, and like you said, it was just a small window.
Yep, so the scores will be a little bit lower. Basically middle of the road. It's a 15 for Fitzwater. 2 men remain to try and top. So here we go, Trey. It's the 20th anniversary of Maximum Destruction, and who to be the start of this 20th anniversary, but Anthony Hernandez, possibly maybe the figurehead of the 3 Maxi drivers we have in the BeamNG Monster Jam series.
It's a fancy looking truck.
Yes, it is, and
that looks longer than normal, doesn't it?
It does look a little bit longer, and they went back to that original body style. It's not 3D anymore. It's that futuristic SUV, as Tom Mentz would call it. And we'll see if Anthony Hernandez can try and start out that 20th anniversary on a high note. Remember, last season it was Gravedigger's 40th anniversary, and Justin Zydel, in the first event of the season, got them an event win. So we'll see if Hernandez can do the same for Team Max D this season.
It might be just be the truck, too, but I think it looks like it's sitting lower as well.
I think it is, but that's how, I think they've maybe went back to some of the stuff that they had at the beginning of the Max D, kind of as a throwback with that chassis and whatnot. Kind of go back and see how it does. Oh, no!
Oh!
Well, the wheel is off, but we know that is not going to stop Anthony Hernandez.
That's terrible.
Yes, it is, because
oh, look how fast that is.
He was only about 30 seconds into the run, Trey, and, we have seen,
oh, baby!
Wow.
Hold on!
So,
I don't know how he stopped that.
We've seen people do good things on 3 wheels. Hernandez is trying to become one of them, but winning on 3 wheels, very hard to come by. Oh!
There goes the other wheel.
Yep, there it goes.
And
I think he's bounced it too. Somehow.
I don't know how.
I guess because it's lighter at the top. I don't know.
But not the run he was looking for. And right here, this is what does it. Lands on the right side. He's going to kick it over, and off goes the wheel.
Yep, just stuffed it into that dirt and into that ramp. And for Hernandez, he continued on as best as he could, but just not much a driver can do on 3 wheels, and not the start to the 20th anniversary of Maximum Destruction that this team was looking for. They'll have another shot tomorrow in Minneapolis with Max Davis, as we'll go take a look at what the 3 judges gave Anthony Hernandez, just like Fitzwater, probably going to be one of the lower scores of the afternoon. There it is, a 4-5, a 5, and a 4. It's only a 13.5. Now the World Finals champion from last season, Zydel, has a shot to win this event. All right, the man who has the most momentum entering into this season, the winner of last season's World Finals, Justin Zydel, here in the Gravedigger, trying to get the first event win of the season. If he doesn't, Trey, Laura Chung is back on top in the Bakugan Dragonoid.
To see how he can do. He's got to be careful on that rip. It cost how many people problems?
At least 3, maybe more. So Zydel, maybe he's been back there watching, and you can see right here already from the get-go, Trey, not even 20 seconds in, he's already handling these obstacles in unique ways, trying to get whatever hit he can to get the score up and beat that 24.5, and trying for the second season in a row to win the first event.
Definitely got the momentum to do it here, but he's got to keep it out throughout these final 55 seconds. And Joe, that's a lot of time. A lot of time for something to go wrong here. Nice little bounce there. Thought he was going to try to get into a wheelie, but he caught the little pod section there too early and kind of foiled that play. He's going to go off the racing lane. Huge air off of that, though.
That was nice for Justin Zydel, but as he enters these final 30 or so seconds that are left, he really needs these wow factors, right? We've seen some wow factors throughout. Zydel has not had any so far. Maybe this could be one right here. Whoa! What in the world do you call that move? A bunny hop?
You're going to feel him in the morning. I know that.
Yes.
That was... stuffed it.
And he's still going now with 20 seconds left. Here's what's caught some people out today. He's still trying to go after it. What another save. Justin Zydel has 10 seconds left.
What's he got up his sleeve? Now he's going to cross-thread the cars, bouncing over the pod section. 2 seconds left, Joe. 1-0.
Oh, no, he couldn't hit anything.
I was going to say, I don't think he hit anything.
And he's still going, obviously. The truck's not done yet. But I just don't know, Trey. I don't know if he had enough.
Personally, I don't think it was.
He's still going.
The truck's not on its side yet. That's why. It's not upside down. You know the Gravedigger way.
Yeah, look at this. He's trying to flip it, Trey. It won't flip over.
He's really trying to go for it here, isn't he?
Look at
You gonna get right here?
He's trying. He's still trying. Look at this.
Oh, whoa.
He gave up.
He gave up.
Well, that could be good news for later in the season. If the truck won't flip, how's he going to end before the 90 seconds is up?
That could be good news, but watch this right here, Joe. You're telling what do I call this move? Oh, look at how high it got.
Look how he got
higher off the bounce.
He perfectly landed, too, right on the top of that thing and drove off down the ramp.
I don't know how he did that.
I don't know either. And then right here, this was with about 10 seconds left. Another cool save, but I just don't know if these two moves are enough to overcome what Laura Chung did in her run in the Bakugan Dragonoid.
Yeah, that's for the judges to call.
Well, we're about to see in a few seconds here, Trey, what the judges think. Straight 7 sets of 21. Trey, Laura Chung is back on top. The Bakugan Dragonoid wins the first event of the season here in Australia with a 24.5, just besting Nathan Stapleton in the Monster Jam. How about Sarah Kirchner was the first truck out, Trey, and got third here today.
That's pretty good for a first truck out. Normally, they're the ones to, kind of set the bar, and she set it pretty high, and it held up there, so good for her.
Yeah, think about Chris Jericho had broken stuff during his run, gets 4th place. Keegan Thompson with a pretty solid run. There's where Zydel ended up 6th place. Brent Souderland had a broken truck, ended up in 7th, but down here, some of these drivers had unfortunate days. Aaron Abel with the broken wheel. Zachary Duello over early. How about, Anthony Hernandez and William Seaman, Marshall Burrow, and Noah Clifton all will have to dig themselves out of a hole in this points battle as the first event of the week is over, and the second and final event of week 1 about to be underway tomorrow in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We'll see you guys then.